Welcome to the Leatherstocking Writing Project's Teachers Play Game series, and tonight we are actually going to be playing a game called Dead of Winter, a semi-cooperative tabletop game, and we will then discuss kind of how we could remix the game in classrooms. My name's Thor Gibbons, Associate Professor here at SUNY Oneonta in English and Literacy Education, and I will turn it over to my esteemed colleagues to introduce themselves.
I'm Cassie Carl. I'm a graduate student here at SUNY Oneonta in the Educational Technology program, and I also did my undergraduate degree here at SUNY Oneonta in English Education.
And I'm Lee Graham, and I am an assistant professor of educational technology here at SUNY Oneonta, and I'm privileged to be able to play with these two expert gamers.
All right, so basically semi-cooperative game.
Okay.
There's two phases of a cycle. There's the player turn phase, where we'll each do a turn, go around in a turn going clockwise? Clockwise, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the colony phase where we have to solve our dilemma of making sure we have enough food, making sure we dispose of waste, and making sure zombies aren't coming in to get us, because once they start coming in, if you start getting bitten, it goes downhill.
It's bad news? Okay.
This game I played at 4Cs, we lost in 1 hour. Basically, I was out, and then it was getting really bad quickly.
Okay.
So we have these supply stations, right? And they're not in the colony.
Okay.
And each of them have one zombie already inhabiting them. And so if
you do a search, all right, so at the beginning of your turn, you can, we'll have action points. So what we can do right now is everyone's got their 3 die.
Yes.
Okay, so you roll them. And these are your numbers, and they can correspond to action points, which are numbers that correspond to attack, search.
Okay.
And you can use all your action points on one of your characters, or you can split it up.
When do we get more action points? And never? Like, this is our one roll?
Yes.
Okay.
For this turn, for this round of turn, we all rolled, and these are ones we'll use.
Okay.
so we're putting our dice,
We'll put our die in the unused phase.
and then when we use them, we move them over to
Yeah,
the
so when you use
used,
an action, you move them here.
and then we can't use it again.
Yeah, and when we're in the colony, we can choose to go search one of these places. There's higher probability for like food at the grocery store or gasoline at the gas station, but we can go and search for items to help us survive. If we have a fuel tank, we could go without rolling for exposure die, which is the red die. This is the die that if you roll it, you want to practice. You want to roll one there. So she got the bite.
Yeah, so I've been
A
bitten.
wound. So because we're just saying she didn't have gasoline. She decided to go to, say, the library. She got that. She gets a wound, and that means she gets one of those little counters that are over there by my computer onto her character.
Okay.
And if you get 3 of those,
You're done for?
you're dead.
Okay.
And there's wounds or frostbite. If you get bitten, you're dead. And then if
Okay.
there's someone in the same vicinity of you, it spreads to them, and they have to do some rolls too.
Okay.
Or it spreads to the lowest number here. That's why I said you have to be the higher the number, the faster runner you are.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're like a low number and you're in the colony, that low number is the first one to get infected, and then they have to roll. And then, so let's try not to get bitten.
Yes, and so we don't have to be fastest, as you said. Just have to be faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the turn, what we'll start is we reveal the card. So we're going to reveal the crisis card, and that is the crisis we must overcome by the end of all of our turns.
Okay.
And we have supplies that were already doled out in 5 cards, which come in the hand of food or fuel or junk. which looks like junk allows you to re-roll an unused action die you control. So, like, I got a 3, maybe I want to re-roll it. It's for a higher because I need to kill a zombie, and he might not be able to kill a zombie, or she can't kill a zombie with a 4. So that's how we'll do this. So should we just start playing?
And you're going to guide us through using the master book.
So this is the player turn knife, and whoever has the highest influence as for their leader is the one that gets this.
Okay.
And what happens is we do one phase of the game. Everyone takes a turn, do the colony phase, and then the next round, which we move down here, this would shift to the right. So Cassie would be the first player to turn for that round.
Is that clockwise?
I'm to Thor's right.
Yes. Okay.
Is that how is it to the right, or I think it's clockwise, right? So it would go to you.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I go last.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
perfect.
go last, but also you'll go last after, like, you'll get to go first. Round
Okay,
three.
I see. Okay.
And I think we start at round 6. So this scenario is we need supplies. This is the one they recommend to start the game with, is kind of the easy one. And there are different scenarios that are more difficult or challenging. There's also, on the backside, is one that's more challenging to set up the scenario.
Okay.
And then, so other scenarios would have 10 rounds. This is kind of in the middle, so it's a shorter game. Our morale starts a little high, but if things start falling down quick, if it gets to 0, we lose.
Now, does the challenge, like the round that you start on, does that relate to time at all? So, like, if you wanted to play a half-an-hour game, is there a suggested one to start on?
I didn't say that, but you do have, when you start the game, you do have options with your co-players to read through the scenarios and pick one that you want to do. So it's not like you don't have to randomize it.
Okay.
So if there are shorter games, there's probably ones with shorter rounds.
Okay.
This one has survive 8 rounds. Round starts at 7. Round starts at 6. Round starts at 6. 6. 5. 6. 8. 5. So the shorter ones start at 5. So.
Okay.
All right. Any questions? Should we start trying?
I'm going to have a lot of questions, but we should just start.
Okay, so first step is we reveal the crisis.
Okay.
So the crisis is illness. Medicine must equal the number of non-exiled players. We fail, we place 1 wound token on all non-exiled survivors, lose 1 morale. So after this entire round, we have to make sure that we have enough medicine that equals how many players that are non-exiled, so that haven't been kicked out of the colony, right? So, so we need 6.
So do we want to go into our cards?
So we
and
want to. We
see
can
if
look
we're
at our
willing
6,
to give 6.
and we also probably need food too, to make sure we feed food. But you can use we can do this now before any players start taking. We can do contributions to the crisis. You don't have to show the medicine. So if you were a betrayer, for example, you could put down like junk, and then no one knows what you're sticking down for the crisis contribution.
So we keep them.
Go on.
So we keep the crisis contributions upside down,
Yes.
so nobody
Okay, that was
knows.
my question.
Yes.
Okay. So what are if we wanted to contribute to the crisis, we're looking for food and medicine.
Food, medicine, yes.
Okay.
And before we really should begin, I need to pass out secret cards. So we got 2, and then I put in a betrayal card and shuffle that up, and then I shuffle 1. Everyone gets 3, right?
Right. I think so.
I think so. Okay. So
Well, in this game, everyone gets 3.
all right. So right now there are no betrayer cards in the secret, and I'm sorry, Liam. Sliding them down to you. And
I
then
can reach
Do
them.
we look at our secret cards?
not yet.
No. Okay.
And then I'll just make sure this is a betrayer. Okay, so this is a betrayer card. I'll just stick this in here somehow. I'll shuffle this up, and then there's odds that one of our these are our win conditions, so you want to keep this secret.
Okay.
And then one of these cards is you are the betrayer that's kind of sabotaging the community so that we all lose the game but you, I guess is how it works.
Okay.
And then we each get one more. And then secret cards get over here, and so you can look at kind of what your win conditions are.
So do we need to meet all of these, like all three, or do we just
No,
pick
one. So what happens is one of these. If you meet one of these cards, you win the game. But you
Okay.
you get three. You don't have to pick one. So if as the game
Yeah.
progresses,
You can say,
if
like,
there's
"Oh,
a
I'm close to
scenario
this
that's starting
one."
to match, you
Okay.
can start kind of guiding towards that one.
Wow.
What is the main objective?
So our main objective for this one is we need supplies. So morale starts at 6. Round track starts at 6. Victory conditions for us is every time a zombie is killed, roll a die. If the die result is 4 or higher, add a zombie token to this objective. And accumulate 3 zombies on this main objective for each player that started the game. So there's 3 of us.
We've got to
So that'd
read
be
the
9.
scenario.
No, we already,
Oh, but remember, isn't there an M16 or something in there we have to read?
no,
That's after this. Okay.
And so there's 3 of us starting the game, so we need to kill 9 zombies.
Okay.
Okay.
Or we actually kill 9 zombies, but then roll a die, and if it's 4 or higher, then we get a zombie token to add to and once 9 tokens are accumulated, the main objective is complete.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then, so illness, we need medicine. We can add contributions if we want.
And now, do we have a number that we're supposed to put there, or?
So for our illness, we need to get 1 pill for each non-exiled player. So right now we need 6.
What's the benefit of hanging on to these cards?
So sometimes, like if you got junk, you can use that to re-roll die.
Okay.
Food, typically the benefit is just to add food to our food supply, because at the colony phase, we need to have 2 foods for each person that's in the colony.
Okay.
So right now, if no one leaves, we need 12 foods.
Okay.
And if we get some more players that come in and then, or unknown occupants, that adds to the food count too.
Okay.
So.
And we get more of these cards by going to those various
Yeah.
little. Okay.
And then, so leaving is what we probably want to do, but leaving has danger unless you
Okay,
have a
right.
fuel card.
Yes. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
So if we're going to put these face down on the crisis contributions, how are we going to know what we have and what we need?
Because what happens is at the end, after we're all done taking a turn, then it's the colony phase, and then we
Okay.
have to count our waste cards, our food cards, and then we see if we overcome the crisis.
Okay.
If we don't overcome the crisis, then fail, place 1 wound token on all non-exiled survivors, lose 1 morale. So after we all go around, if we don't get enough medicine, we all get a wound counter, and we go on 1, losing our morale to 5.
So we don't add to this or to anything else until our round at the end
Yeah.
where the colony gets together.
Right. But for example, since I'm starting and I haven't really kind of done actions, I have like 3 food cards. So I'm going to use them, put them on the waste, and you will put 3 food containers right there,
Oh, thank you.
into our food supply,
Okay, so I put 2 in there,
Oh, am I supposed to put mine?
if you want,
2
yeah.
foods and 1 medicine.
And we can do this before we start turning or during your turn. So I'm just doing it because I might forget that.
Well, okay, and so I'll put your 2 in there, and I don't have to put the others in there yet, mine and Cassie's, because we'll do that at the end of the
Right.
play. Okay, very
Okay.
good.
Yep. And then, so now what I begin, I think it's the player to the player's right
Okay.
reads the crossroads card. So Cassie is going to read it. And now, if it doesn't apply to me yet, you don't say it out loud until I do an action that
Okay.
applies to me, and then it starts the story.
Okay.
So it actually, this does have a narrative. So why don't we just start the narrative? We're on a mission. We need more samples. So. As if the colony needed to smell even worse, now we're storing corpses in the sheds where we once kept our plentiful food stores. God, what I wouldn't give to taste a carrot again. You know who has on her bossy boots. And once more, I didn't like doctors before the world ended, and I don't like them now. She says studying the bodies might help her identify how to stop the plague. Yeah, right. Better to spend time figuring out the quickest, cheapest way to commit suicide. But whatever, everyone else is excited to help, and maybe that's the real value of this little project. All of this research will do is tell us what we already know. The dead come back and try to eat you. Whoopity freaking do. Still, if Her Royal Highness does come up with a cure, I'd better be first in line to get it.
Okay.
All right, so I am going to search. Sophie is going to go to the hospital. Can you move Sophie to the hospital? No, that's the librarian. Whoever the librarian. Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
So move her to the hospital and put it. Yeah, no, in the one of the circles there. Now I didn't have fuel, so I have to roll an exposure die. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. That'd be kind of sad. First turn.
Yeah.
Bite.
Oh, man,
I'm dead.
We're all in trouble now.
I
So
think
that's a zombie bite, correct?
that's a. I think I've been bitten by a zombie,
Okay.
which means the survivor is killed and the bite effect spreads. Now, my question is, I'm moving to the hospital, so I'm not. No one's there, so it doesn't spread
At this point.
at this point. So she's done.
Where does she go now?
She's dead, so she's off the board.
Okay.
And so that was one action point. No, yeah.
Okay.
Do I want to risk? All right. I don't want to lose already, so I'm gonna keep James safe back at the colony, and I'm going to pass my turn.
Okay, what was your other option there? You were saying, do I risk?
My option was I could have just stayed at the colony and not done anything.
Ah, okay.
And then
So
you-
do you risk leaving?
It's a risk
Right,
leaving, because
yes.
we all just saw I risked leaving and
Yeah.
I died.
Yeah.
But what happens is, as the zombies will start filling up around the colony, I could have, if there was a zombie there, I could have chosen to attack a zombie by using one of my action points to kill a zombie. Or I had the option to put up a barricade, which I still have 2 action points. So rather than just passing, I am going to put 2 barricades up on entrance 1 and entrance 2.
Okay.
Very good idea.
Now, so you have a lot of options for what you want to do.
Right.
You can go to one of those locations, you can put up a barricade. What else?
Good question. Clean waste.
Okay.
So what I
We
can
used
do
the
is
food.
so there is options. I can just clean waste, and I've cleaned the waste, because if there's 10 or more waste cards at the end of the turn, then we get a morale dump.
Okay.
And then you can attract. You can also attract to, like, get zombies to your place, and maybe, I don't know, try to kill zombies, I think is probably the goal for that. Forgot. Okay. I could have searched any of these locations, the top card, before I moved, but I died anyway, so it didn't matter.
So now this card, the Crossroads one, that never came into play. Like the
So-
situation that you.
So you would put it
Okay.
at the bottom of it. If it comes into play and something happens, then it would get discarded. And
Okay.
discarded.
But
Since
otherwise, it just goes to the
it's
bottom.
still-
Okay. So now it's my turn, right?
Clockwise.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. So
okay.
all right, Lee, you give your options to go.
Okay,
Or
so
not doing-
you have to take a
Oh, I have to. That's
Crossroads.
right. That's right.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me read this. The soldiers in army uniforms make predictable demands. Have food ready when they return, or the colony will be burnt to the ground. Every player with one or more survivors at the colony must vote with thumbs up or thumbs down. The options with the most votes take effect. Thumbs up option. Add the following victory condition to the current main objective, in addition to any victory conditions already listed. Have 5 food in the supply. Thumbs down option. Your ambush is surprisingly effective, and their losses are worse than yours. The cowards flee in disorganized fashion. Roll a die for each survivor at the colony. On each result of 3 or lower, that survivor receives 1 wound. So do we want to we have to get more food, and that's it, or we can start rolling some random number generators and possibly get wounded. So without saying anything, it's thumbs up or thumbs down.
We're not allowed to discuss it.
We can discuss it. I
Okay.
think we can discuss
I think we should discuss it.
Well, personally, I take the safe way, and for
Yeah.
me, the safe way right now is just to build up more food. It sounds like we need 10, right? 10 food supplies?
Have 5 food in the supply. So we do the same main objective if we get that, but we need a +5 in the food supply.
And can I move things from here to the waste and then replace it with the coupons?
What will happen is at the end, when we do colony phase, we see what is in there and then it gets added.
Okay,
So if
but,
there's food in there, then it can get added to them.
but not now?
I don't think so. I think that's your contribution to the crisis, not.
Okay. Because I put some in there, so I don't know if we already have 5. But then there's no food
but
for us.
we don't need 5 until we've already accomplished this victory condition.
Okay.
So I don't think at this moment having 5 extra matters,
Okay.
because we have to win the game first and then have 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying we should do the risk?
I'm saying it would be easier to not do the risk.
Okay.
Because I think we can work together and just make sure we're food hounds and going out and
Yeah.
trying
Okay.
to get food.
Yes.
And then making sure we have a strong supply
Okay.
of food. Maybe not want to take extra people along in our company if that choice happens, because that means there's more food that we have to
Right.
use.
Yes.
All right, so we're
Okay.
ready to vote?
Yeah, I like the safe option.
Okay.
The safe option, too.
Yeah.
right,
So that's
so-
the thumbs up.
It's the thumbs up.
All right, thumbs up.
Okay. All right, so this gets discarded since we did it. All right, now, and the scenario was if the player is in the colony. So
Okay.
that's what triggered that event.
Okay.
And you were in the colony. So that's what,
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So is that the play, or I continue?
no, now it's your turn. I had to stop you because you were already in the colony. Now you can start deciding where your characters go or if they stay.
Okay. So I can do a search. And what are my other options?
So your search is you have to go out to do your search. That takes the risk unless you have gas. Or you can stay in the colony and you can dump waste or add barricades per action item. So if you didn't want to do anything, I already dumped the waste. So this has already been cleared. I'll just put it right here.
Does 1 can of fuel get me there and back?
No, it just gets you there.
There's the rub.
And now you have to go with the person with the higher number here first?
No,
No?
you can choose
Okay.
any one of your people. So
Okay.
if they got a better skill,
Yeah.
then use that person. This is just more of kind of
Who's the leader?
who gets to be the leader when
Okay.
the player turns start. And kind
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to do a search. I'm going to use one of my fuel cards. I'm going to go, okay, once I'm at the grocery store, how do I get, okay, all right, it doesn't, okay, I draw, okay, I understand, sorry.
So you want to go to the grocery store? Is that where you want to go? Or you want to go to the hospital? Remember our crisis.
I do. I want to go to the library right now.
Okay, so you're taking your librarian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here, I'll move her. I think the library, oh, sorry. Okay, stick her there, and then you get to search, use one card, take the top one.
I actually get an extra card with her. Anytime I perform search at the library, I may look at and keep one additional card.
Okay, so use one of your action die that you're using to do the search. So it has to be, what does it need to be, a 4 or
It
higher?
has to be a 4
Okay. Now, then you get to do 2 cards
at the library.
without any, and then you could keep one of those. Or if you
get to
don't,
keep both?
no, you get to look at.
Oh, okay.
But
It says I get to look at and keep one additional card.
oh, okay. So you do. That's all right. There we go.
Is that
Okay.
right?
I don't. I haven't played the library. So that's a really good skill.
That is a good skill.
Now, if you don't like those 2 cards, you can pick up another one, but you get a noise token.
Yeah. I'm not making any noise right now.
Okay, so you're gonna hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got 2 new colony members that come along with 2 helpless survivors. So what are my options now?
So you're keeping those.
Should I keep them? I'm asking what my options
Are you allowed to not keep them?
You're allowed to put
Okay.
put it back if you don't want it.
Well, it means more food.
Mm-hmm.
It's also
But it-
more mouths to feed, though.
Yes.
It's more mouths to feed, but it's also more chances to
That's true.
go out and
Yeah.
Kill some.
scavenge, and it gives us.
Like for
forgive
me, if I had that option, or if she was still alive, or now that if I had the option with him, I would probably take another follower because it gives me more chances to get. Because
Right.
I now only get 2 die now because of so.
Yeah.
But it does add more mouths to feed to her.
It does, but it gives us more expendable colony members.
Okay. So
Okay.
what happens? You choose that.
Yes. I get 2.
You get.
What do I
is
do
it
with
2?
this?
2.
Yeah.
So it's not 2.
I get. to
Oh, you got
choose
2 of those cards. So
Yeah.
you're getting 2 and. So
2
you're
is-
adding 2
yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
All right. So those are the 2 that are going to be under your followers.
And then what do I do with this?
I think these just get spent. And then you add 2 occupants.
I got mall Santa. I'm just saying.
And then you're going to put 2
Yeah.
colony occupant tokens. Who's got the oh, I have those. So Lee, will you put,
What's that?
because you, not only did you get 2 followers,
Yeah.
but each one of those has a person following them. So
Right. Right. So. And does that complete my turn?
well, you have 2 more action die sitting that you haven't used yet.
Okay. And I use all the action die per turn?
Yes, or during this round.
Okay.
You have to or you can?
You can. You don't
Okay.
have to.
But then you roll again at the beginning of next round.
Next round, we
Right.
all roll
So
again.
there's
Yes.
no reason not to use it.
And also, because she's picked up 2 more survivors, she gets 2 more die.
Oh, okay. I've got them.
Okay.
I'll give them to me.
Because you have more people to do actions with.
Yes. Can't find Santa Claus. But I know he's here. Oh, there he is. All right. So,
And I think it says they automatically just go in the colony, right?
right.
Okay. What are you doing here? You're eating all our food.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's always a positive side to things because if I send, at the beginning of my turn, I may remove forest from the game to raise morale.
So for
And that would be my turn.
no, that would be just at the beginning of your turn. If you wanted to, if we're like at morale 1
Yeah.
and we're about ready to lose, you can kick him out of the game, say get out of here, and we get 1 bump. Because
Okay.
apparently a Mall Santa is not raising morale.
At all.
So
No.
if we got rid of him, it'd be better.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
But you do have 2 more action die, which means you can stay where you're at, but you can add barricades. You can
Okay.
clean out some waste if you think we need some waste. You
Okay.
can feed us if you want to feed us. That type
How can I feed you?
well, you don't have to use action die for that,
Okay.
but if you wanted to add barricades to the colony,
Okay.
or if you wanted to add a barricade to the library to keep more zombies come from, because there's only 3 zombie spaces there. So you're gonna put a barricade at the library?
Which would be better? I think right now that would be better.
Okay. And so to put 1 more die onto your you're using an action. There you go.
Is 2 enough to do that?
That it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the number. You just have to use an unspent die action.
And I get 2 more die.
Not yet, but
Not yet. Next round.
and then you have 1 more action, so you can again.
Okay, so I'm going to, for this one, put another barricade, but I'm going to put it at the colony.
So you can put it. Yeah. It doesn't matter. They start 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5.
Okay.
But it doesn't get filled up until all the others, until we go around 6.
What does the number on the action die dictate?
Which number?
Like, so we all rolled the dice.
So what it means is really just corresponds to attack or search.
Okay.
So James, the psychiatrist, has to have a 6 to be able to attack a zombie and
Okay.
successfully kill a zombie.
Okay.
Even still, James has to roll for exposure if you attack a zombie. So even attacking a zombie has risk unless you have certain items or Sparky, which
Yeah.
is Sparky the dog.
Sparky's great.
Okay.
Yes.
But there's no zombies at the colony, so you can't kill any zombies. The only
Right.
time is if you're out there right now.
Okay. So it's my turn now.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, what do we need? Like, we still need medicine.
We need medicine.
Okay. So, going to the hospital is probably a good move.
Right.
So, I can use my action die to go to the hospital. I want to send her because she's worse than the other one.
But she's better good at searching.
Sure. No, she has a good ability, so I want to keep her safe. So, can you move this one with the hood here to the hospital?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have gas now?
I do have fuel.
All right, so you put that in the way so you don't have to roll exposure. And now
Okay.
you can search the top card.
Okay. Can I have some help?
Yes, yes.
Hospital.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Let's see. So, 2 outsiders. Add the top card of the survivor deck to your following and place their matching standee at the colony. Add 1 helpless survivor token to the colony. So this is the same as what you got.
And if you don't like it, you can choose another one. You can go up to 4.
Okay.
Because you can, each time you pick an extra card now, you're going to create noise. And when that noise token goes up to 4, another zombie shows up at your hospital. And then
What is the consequence to having, say, 2 noise tokens?
nothing.
Okay, so we just got 2 of these, so I feel like we're good on these for now.
Dispose.
So how about we
You
get
gotta
another?
keep that in your hand yet, but you can keep going until you have at least 4.
Okay. This is the same. Did anybody shuffle these?
Yeah, we shuffled
Okay,
them,
all right.
I
didn't
think
we?
Okay, I'm just checking. So now we add 1 noise token because I took
Yes.
another card.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
And we can start, I'll just shuffle these up
I'll
again, just in
I'll
case.
pick those up and shuffle them too.
But I think I'd like to try again.
Because the odds of that happening,
4 in a row is
yeah.
a bit.
Yeah. It's
Especially when the odds are in your favor to get medicine at the hospital. So
right. Okay.
So may I have another card, please?
You may.
There we go. Okay, so I got some medicine.
Yay.
So I'd like to keep this.
Okay, so you would put the other 2 that you don't want on the bottom.
And the medicine would go here?
You can say, I got medicine,
Well, I already did. So.
and put it on there,
Okay.
even though there's no medicine.
So now we have some more medicine, and my lady is at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I could use another action die to bring her back, or could I send her elsewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But if you're out of fuel, then you're risking the...
Right. Well, we did add 2 more people. So now do my noise tokens stay from the previous round? Like, let's say I wanted to stay at the hospital and pick up another card.
So I think after the colony phase, let me just double check. Pay food, check waste, resolve crisis, add zombies, move round tracker. So I think the noise tokens stay
Okay. All right. So I'm not.
until a zombie pops up.
So now, let's say I want to go to the gas station and try to get more fuel.
Okay?
I use an action die.
Yes.
Could you move me to the gas station? And now I have to roll the exposure
Yes.
to see what happens.
You get a bite.
Okay.
So, Lee, can you give her...
Hunted.
Oh.
If the player receives a non-frostbite around wound as a result of rolling for exposure after moving, they shot me. It was no accident either. I saw them.
Ooh, that means someone's... One of us is a...
Yep. They were all decked out in camouflage, and they had no interest in the zombies in the area. They were hunting me. And I tell you what, they don't look as rough as us. They look well fed. We've got armed cannibals in our backyard. So we have 2 options. We can hunt down the hunters and roll for exposure twice on each survivor we control. Or option 2, for the remainder of the game, whenever any player moves a survivor, in addition to rolling the exposure die, they must roll a die. On a result of 2 or lower, that survivor receives 1 wound. Oof. It's tough.
I think I would rather get it done now and see who's there, because then we can decide if we want to rebuild our
Because
numbers.
we're always going to be hunted, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we have to roll. Each one of us has to roll twice for each one of our players, or twice just for each player. So each one of our characters, or so for example,
Twice on each survivor that you control.
all right.
Okay.
So that would be 4 rolls for you, 4 rolls for you, 2 rolls for me.
Okay. And so if we get 2 or less, we get.
No, that's the hunt.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happens when we roll now?
We roll.
So if we vote thumbs up, we're all rolling.
Okay.
And
then
if we
we-
roll for exposure, we get the exposure.
Oh, we
that
roll for
get.
exposure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can die, we can get bitten, or nothing,
Or
Okay.
frostbite.
or frostbite.
Does frostbite
But
kill us?
But if we all vote thumbs down, that means every time we move, right, or we move a survivor anywhere, we have to roll an extra die, which means you have to roll a 2 or lower, which is what, 30% chance? That's what mathematics here.
it just increases our chances of
2 out of
being
6,
bitten.
30.
Yeah.
So it's a 33% chance every time you move that you're going to get bitten. And if you get 3 bites,
Yeah.
game over.
So I think I do like the thumbs up best.
I
You
think
can
thumbs up. Let's
weigh
just
in.
pay our medicine now.
Yeah.
Just a question: how many frostbites kill us?
3 of anything. So,
Okay.
Okay. So
let's just- yeah,
she
so
now
just double
has whatever that is on the exposure dice.
So that's a bite.
That's a bite.
That's what triggered this.
How do we keep track of that? Like, do we use those little tokens there?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What do we do?
No, we can vote to exile a player.
Oh, like a person, or just get rid of me entirely?
An exile, we can vote. So if we think someone's up to no good, we can take a vote on exiling a player, and that exiled player must immediately draw one of these exile cards, which I was like, wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
That card will adjust the secret objective.
Okay.
The exiled player must move all the survivors he controls that are in the colony to non-colony locations of his choice.
Oh, and then you're on your own.
Yeah, those survivors follow all the normal rules for the movement, except that this move does not count as the one move survivors are allowed to make during his turn. Okay, so I think we're allowed to make one move without spending action. I think.
Okay.
Maybe. I might. We'll just do what we're doing now because this is kind of the first time.
In my defense for the exile, I think that that's assuming a level of nefariousness
Yes.
that
If we
I'm
think-
not
I do not
capable
possess.
of at this
If we
point.
know someone's got a betrayer card and we're pretty confident that this person's up to shenanigans
Sure.
trying to get us to lose the game, then
Yeah.
we must
Yes.
exile that character.
Okay.
Yes.
This is
That
a no
player.
shenanigans zone, though.
Yes.
I was just trying to help.
But there is someone. There is possibility that one of us has a betrayer card.
Okay.
All right, but let's go to. I was looking just for exposures. So how many? I think it's just if you get 3, you're done.
Okay. And
Yeah,
do
I
we
should've.
do we keep track of those with those little tokens?
so-
Okay. So I got
So
a bite.
this-
So I need.
So you would put one of these on your
Okay.
character.
Okay.
And have we voted yet on if we're gonna go for? All right, so we ready to vote? So thumbs up is let's just take our medicine now. Thumbs down is we're every time we're rolling around town. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right.
All right. I get 2 rolls. Don't kill me.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't kill
There you
me.
go.
Yes.
All right.
James is.
The force is with
Do we go
you.
clockwise again?
It
or-
doesn't matter. I don't
Okay,
think.
All right.
You got 4 rolls, right?
Yeah.
It's frostbite.
Okay. And does that go on
I think it goes on
whoever I choose?
any you choose. Yeah,
Okay.
because it's you get 2 rolls per character, right? So
Yes. So I need to not have 3 of any one
Right.
thing. Or is it 3 total?
3 total.
3 total. All right.
think-
So let's just spread the joy.
Because I think frostbite. What happens if you don't get cured of frostbite? You add a token, so you need to.
Oh, you need to get some medicine for that?
I
Oh
believe.
boy. All right.
The survivor receives 1 frostbite wound token. This is considered a wound. At the beginning of each of your turns, each survivor you control that has 1 or more frostbite wound tokens on it receives an additional wound token.
Okay.
So you gotta best be getting
Okay.
your wounds taken care of. I think there's like medicine will remove
I
wounds.
have. She also can heal wounds.
Oh, so that's
That's why I wanted to keep her
nice.
safe.
yeah,
Beautiful.
another frostbite.
Okay. So I'm gonna put that on her.
Okay.
This is my 3rd roll. Okay, I
And
like
you're-
that.
And you're safe.
And you got one more? Is that
Yes. Yeah, one more. Yay. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So how many do I have?
it? You
It's
have
2
2,
per,
4,
so
2, 4,
8.
6, 8.
8.
This is what happens when you decide to bring everyone. All right,
It's
one
good.
down.
That's
Let's keep that
one.
going. Yeah.
2. 3.
Yeah.
It's not going to last.
4. That's nice.
Do me a favor and just roll this way so the camera picks it up.
5.
Beautiful.
Hey, look at this. 6.
Yeah.
I'm taking you to Vegas.
Okay.
Okay, there I
That's
There's
go.
a
one.
bite. One bite.
Okay.
At least it's not the
That
die now one that I got.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I just put it on anybody?
Yes.
Okay, Santa. So, okay.
He's good at attacking zombies, but not much else, is he?
No. He's not even good at attacking zombies. Well, he's a 2.
Yeah.
So that makes
The
sense.
dice there.
Where's the dice?
It's on the grocery store.
Grocery store.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't see you behind the zombie. Nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Yeah.
We did pretty good.
Okay. So it's still my turn.
Yes. And you're now at the gas station?
I'm at the gas station. So I get a card from the gas station, correct?
Right. If you have the search, yeah, so you use an action
Oh, I have to use an action for
to
that.
search, yeah.
What if I leave her there?
Then you're,
Okay. So to use my little special ability, I use an action die?
I think that's a good
I think
question.
you can just use your
I
ability.
think you can just
can't
use your
you?
ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's just double check. That's a really good question since we're learning how to play this game. Survivor ability. Some survivors require an action die to be spent. When this is the case, it will be signified in the abilities text. The action die spent must exceed that number. A player may use the same survivor's ability multiple times in a single turn unless the ability otherwise says. So an
Okay.
action die, so yes,
Okay.
you do have to use an
So
action die.
this says that it doesn't specify I have to use an action die. Like it'll say you need to use an action die to do it. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't have to use an action die for it. I can only do it once per round, but it lets me to remove any type of wound token from a survivor that shares a location with her, and I can use it on myself. So I can remove my frostbite, and you can put those back in the bag.
Okay.
Just one.
It says any type.
But you had 2 frostbites.
Okay, so I got to keep one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right. And
But
so now.
you can, at the beginning of your next turn,
Yes.
before you can remove it.
Yes, okay. So
And is it any time during the next round?
it just says once per round.
So what can happen is you can do this, say, in the next round.
during your
Lee
turn,
will start, say,
and
I'm
then I
gonna
don't
use
have
this.
to- okay.
That way you don't accumulate, because
Okay.
if it goes to your turn and you don't,
Right.
then you get the second.
Okay.
frostbite.
Okay.
All right. So I'll use my last action die to search the gas station. Because,
With her still?
yes.
And then you get to,
And okay. So I'm going to hang on to that. And then my turn's done. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, now it's colony. Is it colony?
colony
time?
phase. So colony phase. Pay food. Remove 1 food token from the supply for every 2 survivors in the colony, rounded up. Remember that helpless survivor tokens count as survivors.
Okay, do we go ahead and take the contributions now?
I think, well, were you meaning to use that for food? Okay, so
Yes.
I think what you can do instead of sticking in the contribution pile
Okay, it's
is just pay for it,
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you do? How do we-
which is good because I thought you were up to shenanigans
I
over there
did.
by throwing away our food.
I know you did. Okay, so food. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay, so put that in the waste.
Okay. All of this?
No, the
No, those
two
are still
food,
fine.
because you wanted to add the food, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Here.
and so put the one food into each, so you need to put 2 foods in there.
Okay. Thank you.
For every 2 so, all right, so how many foods did we got total now?
4.
So it's 2, so 1 food for every 2 survivors
So
that are in the
1,
colony.
2, 3.
So that's 5, 6,
Five.
7. So we need 3 and a
But
half.
do they physically have to be in the colony?
So
or are they
these,
out
no,
here?
the people that are out here, it's assumed they're getting their own food. So
Okay.
you only have to feed so,
So it's 1
It's
food
5.
for each 2 people.
yes,
We've
1
got
food for every 2
2.
So 3 and a half.
round it up.
Okay.
4. 6.
I think because you have 4 food, that's 8. So you have enough to feed 8 people.
Okay.
Okay, so and we've got 7.
Okay,
So do
so,
we move it off the
so you,
food
yeah,
supply?
you pay the food, put it back on,
Do we put the used food on
and then the used food goes into waste.
Which you
And
did.
then if we have, and then what happens is check waste.
Okay.
Okay.
And if there's 10, we lose them around 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's not 10.
So, Thor, what do we do with these, with the open cans?
So what happens is, I think it means that we have to, if we don't have enough food, we have to add the starvation cans, which counts how many
okay.
we're out.
I see.
And now we have to resolve the crisis. So shuffle the cards that were added face down to the crisis during the player's turn phase. Reveal them one at a time. Okay, so I guess Cassie can reveal one at a time.
Now.
Each card, yeah.
Okay.
Each card that that has a symbol matching a symbol in the prevented section of the crisis is worth 1 point.
We have 3 medicine and 2 food.
Okay. Each card that doesn't have a symbol matching the symbol subtracts 1 point.
Okay. So we're looking for the pill symbol.
Right. So people adding food to the crisis
Caused problem.
caused problems.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I didn't realize that.
Was that a mistake, or should we start exiling players?
Given that we didn't know about the rule before this,
Should we do a little mulligan? Did we mean to add food to the
I thought we were just
Yeah.
giving food to the
I thought so, too.
civilization.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that's how I probably explained it terribly, because this is the second time I've ever played this game. So,
so really what we needed to contribute was medicine.
yes.
Okay.
So the only thing you should be adding
Is what's on the crisis
what's on the
card.
crisis, or
Okay.
if you're up to shenanigans like that,
Then you could
that
fill
would
it
be a
with
clue
stuff.
that someone's
Okay.
up to shenanigans.
Yeah.
And making us lose. So, I didn't add food. You took your food back. So are those your 2 food?
I believe so. Yes.
So why don't you just take them
Okay.
back into your pile, and we're learning. So.
Okay.
That's right.
Now, do we have enough medicine, though? So we got 3 points. What do we need for for each non-exiled player? So we still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we didn't get it. We didn't.
What if one had a medicine card? Could they contribute it now?
Yes. Why? Yes, but next time before
Okay.
we get to the colony, before we start
Okay.
paying our food and.
So what happens that we didn't?
So fail. Place 1 wound token on all non-exiled survivors. Lose 1 morale. So we all have 1 wound token.
Like a wound token?
A wound token,
Okay.
not frostbite.
Okay.
This
So a
gets
bite.
serious. Yep.
Yeah.
And we lose 1 morale.
Okay, here we gotta take this off.
So the medicine is,
Down to 5.
And do these go in the waste?
yeah, I think
Okay.
they go, yes, and they go in the waste.
Okay.
So all of our
So we have to
characters
clean.
get a bite?
Yep.
Okay.
Each one.
And now, are the bites similar to the frostbite where you roll and get
No,
more?
I
Okay.
don't think, bites
Okay.
are just.
You have to be
stick
bit
a
to-
Band-Aid on
okay.
them. It's the frostbite that
Thank
starts
you.
growing. So you
Okay.
don't, bites are better than frostbite, but you still can't get more than 3 of. I think it's 3 wounds, so since frostbite adds a wound, I think it's 3 of the red that kills you. so.
Okay.
All right, so we didn't get this, so I think crisis is done
Okay.
for that. And so, check main objective. All right, no, resolve crisis. So we'll resolve the crisis. We move down 1 morale. We add zombies. Add 1 zombie to the colony for every 2 survivors.
Oh, God.
Including helpless survivors
Oh, boy.
present there. Round it up.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Ouch.
So
Okay,
we
next
have
up.
We really went to
1,
this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 survivors.
So that's 14 zombies?
No, it's 1 zombie for every 2. So,
So
round it
4?
up. So
Okay.
4 zombies, and you start by adding 1 zombie at entrance 1, 1 zombie at entrance 2, 1 zombie at entrance 3. Right.
Okay.
Add 1 zombie to each non-colony location for every 1 survivor present at the location. So the 2 locations that Cassie's characters are need to be a zombie added. But if you notice that barricade right there,
Yes.
that eliminates that addition of the zombie.
Okay.
Oh,
This is why barricades are important. What happens is we're supposed to add a zombie, but because there's a barricade there, we take the barricade down.
Okay. And
The
that,
zombie is averted. There's no addition to the zombie.
okay,
Okay.
so
So you can just put that barricade back
we've
into
got
the.
4 here.
well, but we have to go 1, 2,
You still
3.
have to fill them up. Yeah, so you start. So we got. No, put that one and go back in the bag.
Yeah.
So we need 4 zombies. We got it. We'll just do this first. Remember, we don't need to add a zombie to the library because we took the barricade down.
Okay.
So 1 zombie goes here.
All right.
So what these barricades do, they prevent us from getting overrun once zombies start filling up.
Right.
So now something you want to start thinking about, do I want to attack a zombie
Mm-hmm.
here?
Yeah. An attack is just as simple as rolling.
An action,
Over.
but making sure your action point is more than, equal or above the number of moves you can kill a zombie.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm sort of making a mess of this. It doesn't want to, there it goes. Okay. And we have 4.
One more.
Spent a little time trying to make sure every zombie didn't look alike.
And then 1 more zombie for the gas station.
Okay. Ooh.
So you might want to think about clearing some zombies out on your
Yeah.
next.
Yeah. Nest trip.
Perhaps.
I wish I had that character we were practicing with, the one that just, he's the soldier, he just automatically kills zombies without getting exposure. You don't have to roll exposure. He's a really good one.
Yeah. Does the bite weaken us as we make attacks?
No, I don't think it does. It's just you don't want to get any more, but you can start. You can use medicine, I think, to heal if you have medicine to use that. So we added zombies. Check main objective. Let's check our main. We don't have any zombies killed, so we didn't roll to see if we added to the main objective. So no, and then our round counter goes down. We're down to 5 rounds.
Okay.
Okay.
This gets shifted to the
Me.
player clockwise, so you're the first one to start, and that means is it me that rolls?
It's
yeah
you.
to the
Yeah, here.
Crossroads card.
Do we
I
have
did
to
roll.
roll?
Oh, that's before we start. We need a crisis. Yeah, we got to roll our. I only get 2 die. And then we get to see what our crisis is. So the crisis is horror in the night. We need food equals the number of non-exiled players. Fail, lose 2 morale.
So we still need food.
So we need food. We
And
can
we don't
add.
get to replenish these.
That's why you got to,
Get over there and
Get
get
over
some
there.
cards. Yeah, okay.
which means, oh, this is the library. Okay, that's fine.
So
If you have food to contribute to the crisis, you put it there instead of using it now to put it in your food supply. So now, because you had those 2, you could do that. And if I was up to shenanigans, because I only have 2 junk cards,
Yeah.
I could add a junk card to really, but then I think you would vote to kick me out of the island.
Yeah, I have nothing.
All right.
okay.
So now we know we probably need to get 1 food for each non-exiled
Yes.
player. So we need 3.
I put in 2.
Okay.
So we only need 3 food, so we only need to get 1 more food to go. All right, so Lee, you are, let me read this action thing now. Okay.
While you do that, I'm going to use my special ability to get rid of frostbite.
Strong winds in the evening yield a strange surprise when the sun rose. Flyers printed on bright orange paper covered the ground, and more were struck in the surrounding trees, flapping like dying birds. "No help coming," read the header, making the red of the flyers seem redundant. A last act of the government, it served both as a warning and a catalog of their failed attempts at combating the dead. No help coming. Welcome to the new normal. Only option. We don't get a vote on this one. This doesn't have to break us. It was naive for us to ever have thought that help was on the way. We have to lie low and die, or we can hunker down for the long haul and outlast this. At the end of the next round, if there is not at least 1 barricade at each location, lose 1 morale. If there are 2 or more barricades at each location, gain 1 morale.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ooh.
So we need barricades. We need to get rid of zombies. We need to get food. Those are our goals for this round.
At the end of the next round. So at the end of the next round.
Okay.
So that's we get
So
to.
not So
Okay.
we have this round and 1 more.
So
Okay.
I think
To make sure.
we should focus on getting the food first and foremost, because we don't want to fail another crisis. And I think we should focus on getting rid of the zombies this round.
Okay.
I think that's
And if we're at a location, we could spend an action point to add a barricade.
okay. Now we need one at each location or at each little entrance here.
At the end of the next round, if there is not at least 1 barricade at each location.
Okay, so we're ignoring the entrances
So
regarding that.
There's
Okay.
1 location there. We need to make sure that we get some barricades at these other
Okay.
locations. So that's a lot of work to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to attack with Mike Cho, the ninja.
Okay.
And every time I perform an attack, I don't have to roll for exposure.
Such a good guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a good.
All right, so
So he's got 2.
all right, you can pick any zombie that's where he's at.
Okay.
Oh, Lee, you have 2 more die to roll, or
Oh, do I?
yeah, you get 1 for each. So keep that there,
Okay.
and then you get 2. You get 1 more for each character. So
Okay. Very good.
so you got 2 more characters, so you get to roll 2 more.
Yeah. All right.
There we go. Look at that.
All right, that's better.
Because you can, yeah.
Yeah. So do I have to use 4? Okay, so I can get rid of any zombie right now.
Anyone you want. So are you going to use your 2?
Yeah.
And you can use all your action points on just one character.
Okay, well, here's Mike. And he has killed this zombie.
All right,
It
so-
has no barricade there.
All right, so you killed a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
You roll a die.
Mm-hmm.
If it's, if it is 4 or higher, we can add a zombie token. We can add a zombie token to our main objective.
So it's got to be.
4 or higher.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe he can try killing some more zombies.
Yeah. So is my turn over? I can have
No,
another
you
turn?
have 5 action points.
Okay, so I'm going to use 2 more.
Well, let's do one at a time. So you're.
Yeah,
Use
just-
one.
Yes, she's
Two.
using the dice. As
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or the die.
I'm gonna. Can I call on Mike once more?
Sure.
I mean, he's a ninja man. So here we go. This one's gone. Oh, I'll
Oh,
take
you're
it.
gonna
I'll
put the
it over
zombies,
here,
okay.
yeah. Thanks, Mike.
All right, roll another die and try to get a 4 or higher, and we can start seeing if we can win the game. So close, so close.
Oh man. Now I have 4 here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use 2 and 2?
2 and 2 for what?
So,
For
like,
Mike.
You can use all 3 of those for Mike, because
well, she's saying, can she split the 4 die?
no,
into 2, okay.
one die is 1 action.
Okay.
Okay. So how many zombies do we have to get rid of? 1, 2.
Well, we need barricades, so if you need to move, you can move to a location and put a barricade.
Okay.
But you have to roll for exposure unless you have fuel.
Those zombies that are at areas with barricades, do they destroy the barricades over time?
No, what happens if the more zombies accumulate? So remember when the library had a barricade?
Uh-huh. Oh, right. Okay.
So what happens if, because there was a barricade there, it prevents
It
another
prevented
one?
another zombie. Okay. So it's
Actually-
just taking up space.
Yeah, so actually I think what we do is we keep the barricade, but we still add the zombie, but it prevents the 3rd zombie from popping in because the barricade's one. So actually
Okay.
that counts as a barricade. So what we should do is put 1 zombie that's already up at the library, but also put the barricade back. And we don't remove it until the 3rd.
Okay. Next
I
year.
forgot. See, we're learning how to
Right there. There you go.
we're learning how to play this game. You know,
Yes.
you gotta
Yeah.
jump in and play before you figure this game out.
Absolutely. So I'm putting another one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at least that location has a barricade.
Okay. All right. So I can't split up these numbers.
No.
Okay. But I have a 4 here, and so for Mike to search, it's a 4.
But he has to go to a location to search.
Yeah, he was going to go over to the grocery store.
Okay. So
Okay.
go to the grocery store
All right.
and then roll for exposure.
I don't have to roll for exposure with him.
Man,
Yeah, he's a good.
All right, so you
Awesome.
can search. So you get the 1 card to look
Yeah.
at.
Okay.
And if you want to keep making noise, you can get more up to 4.
Okay.
So if you don't like it, you can add 1 more and get more. So if you like that one, you just keep it in your little pile.
This could come in handy. But I'm going to use Okay, I'm going to use just this 5. And I'm going to get Mike to kill that zombie right there.
Okay. Now you got to roll for exposure.
Nope, this is Mike.
Anytime he moves or,
When performing an attack with Mike, do not roll for exposure.
but moving, he doesn't have to roll an exposure either.
He did. It's attacking.
Okay, so
So searching, I should have
Searching, you
rolled.
would have rolled. So yeah.
So I'll roll.
So we'll remove the zombies. So you'll okay. Yeah, there you go. Mike is good.
Mike is great.
And then you got one more action die you can use to put a barricade.
Sorry. Or could I take some more food? Or what would be best?
Well, we
Can
gotta
I kill
add
one of these?
No, because you're not at the gas station. You can only kill zombies where you're at. So there's no
Okay.
more zombies there.
No.
So the only thing you really could do there is add a barricade, which is part of our. We need to start thinking about because we have one more round after this to make sure there's one
Okay.
barricade at each one,
All right. Well, I'll add a barricade then.
and then that's your last action.
Okay.
And so now we go clockwise from Lee. So like I'm next.
You're
Okay.
next, yeah.
All right. I'll let her finish.
Okay. So where do I put this? We've got one there,
With
one
Mike.
there.
Grocery store.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I have to pick this.
Okay.
You don't have Bev, do you?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Great. Okay. So
So that goes under.
Yeah.
I'm going to use one of my action die to make a barricade at the gas station. So that's taken care of.
Sorry.
It's
Yeah.
okay. There are a lot of little bags.
Well, they shine, you know, it's shining up and I can't really see through the shine. Okay, so,
Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job of getting stuff barricaded. All right.
yeah,
Okay. We still haven't found any food, correct?
correct.
Okay.
Unless you're hoarding it for.
No, I sure am not. Now, were those cards randomly placed at the locations, or is it like, hey, the grocery store should have this many food and this
Yes,
many?
they're all specifically to
Okay.
that location, so
Okay.
the name should imply
Right.
what kind of items you would get there.
Yeah,
So I'll use one action die to move the hooded girl to the grocery store. Thank you.
hi, my name's Mike.
I'm Talia Jones. And then I'll use another to search. So can I have a card? Well, we need the food. So can I have another? And then I'll add a noise token.
Did
Yes.
she roll for exposure or she doesn't have to?
Oh, no, I do have to. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, we
Um,
forgot. Roll for
So I'll
exposure.
let you put that back. And...
Frostbite.
Okay. I have those. Okay.
So she's
She's done.
she got one round to get rid of that frostbite.
All right.
Otherwise, she's done.
yeah, she
Okay.
needs some
And
medicine.
so this one, you pick one, and this one's go back. Right?
All right. So, does it take action tokens to use these?
No.
cards? Okay. So
You can use
I
them.
would like to use my medicine here
Oh, good.
to get rid of frostbite, and now I also have. This to add crisis contributions, and I think I'm done now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If I see something, should I say something?
I would appreciate it.
That garbage looks like it's
Oh,
getting
yes.
really full.
So should I count? Because I don't.
Can we do that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I only have one person left.
That's why I wanted to try to get the scouting done.
I can't kill any zombies because I have to roll a 6 or higher. I can do some searching. However, I guess I'm going to try. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one action die to clear the waste.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, I appreciate that.
And then I'm going to, this could be the end of my my roll here. So I am going to go to,
Does he have a special ability of any kind?
And once per round, you may re-roll one or more of your unused action die. You must keep the second attack.
Well, what if you tried re-rolling to kill some zombies?
Okay, I got you.
Oh.
But then I have
It's
to
still
roll.
a 1 in 6.
I have to roll
Yeah.
for exposure either way.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that then.
So either I go and see if I can help contribute to this madness, or I kill a zombie or roll to kill a zombie. So I think, but if I roll like a 2, I can't even search. So let's just do it. Let's go. We need food, right? So I need to go to the grocery.
Food is taken care of.
Oh, we only need
Yes.
3. All right, so I'm going to go. I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah, we got to get that medicine, right?
So,
Is that
all
still
right,
what
so
we're
I'm
doing?
going to the hospital to search. Don't kill me. All right, one more wound.
That's me. I got him.
Okay.
So James has got to watch his. I need to go where you're.
Well, next round I have my doctor, except you have to be on the same location.
Yeah, I'm not there anymore. All right, so move me to the hospital.
Which one?
The chubby guy.
Oh, okay.
Which
Yeah, I
means,
need to be there.
which means I have an opportunity to.
Get some medicine.
It's met, but also barricade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make one more noise token.
Okay. Oh, actually, can I have a notes token? We forgot to put it back over there.
One more noise token. We're gonna. One more try.
So you don't want to keep them?
You can't keep, you can only pick one of the, you can keep drawing, but you have to.
Okay.
So. Just keep that one in my back pocket, I guess. And that's it for me. So I guess we did another round, right? So
Yes.
it's colony phase.
Okay.
We need to pay food. Remove 1 food token from food supply for every 2 survivors in the colony. So there's how many?
9.
1, 2, 3. No, survivors in the colony. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, there are only 3. Those are zombies.
No, but
Oh,
there's
yeah,
the,
there's
the occupants, yeah.
They count.
Yeah.
So round it up. Remember that helpless survivor tokens count as survivors for this purpose. If there are not enough food tokens, do the following. Do not remove any food tokens. Add a starvation token to the food supply.
Just one?
Yes.
Okay.
Decrease morale by 1 for each starvation token currently in the food supply.
Okay.
And I don't think we get to remove it until we add food to.
Okay.
Or add morale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Resolve crisis. Check waste. Waste is good. All right. Resolve crisis. So we get 1 point for each. One,
1, 2, and that makes 5. Because that's 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
that goes in the waste pile.
And then do we put the
The
tokens?
No, because we have to pay food, so now we're starving. So now we're getting in debt on our food supply.
Okay.
All right, so crisis resolved.
Do we get a bonus for resolving the crisis?
No bonus. Nope, you don't. You just don't die, I guess. All right.
Okay, so the sword now
It passes to me.
goes to Cassie.
Remove. Oh,
Thank
we
you.
still got it. We got to add zombies.
Ugh.
Oh, how many?
But we resolved the crisis.
Yeah. I thought we didn't have to add any more.
Additionally, if the point total exceeds the number. Okay, just. If the point total exceeds the number of non-exiled players by 2 or more, the colony gains 1 morale. Did we exceed that by 2
What are the points?
The points for the crisis?
for this crisis? So
Can
we
I
got
see that crisis card? We were supposed to have 3.
yes.
So we got 5. So yes.
Yes.
So we move that up.
Nice.
All right,
Yeah.
nice.
Yes.
So we do get a bonus.
All right. After resolving, remove all cards added to the crisis from the game. So
So these here.
yeah.
I'll check that in your little discard pile.
Yeah, I can see it, right. All right. Adding zombies. Still got to add zombies.
Ugh.
How many?
Add 1 zombie to the colony for every 2 survivors.
2 survivors total or 2 survivors
For
within the
every
colony?
2 survivors in. So add 1
Oh.
zombie to the colony for every 2 survivors, including helpless survivors present there.
Present at the
so we've
colony.
We
got
have
Okay.
5, so we
2,
need
4.
3
Yeah.
Okay.
because we got to round up, right?
And then do we do 1, 2, 3 again?
So now you add. So you just keep going until.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then, as we start
Okay.
filling up, so we still got time before we start getting overrun.
Yeah.
And then I guess it goes 1 zombie per location.
No, we just got to get Mike
Yeah.
on his toes.
So a zombie. So let's add 1 zombie to each non-con for every 1 survivor at the location.
So that means we get 1 at the hospital, 1 at the. Well, the library is full.
Yeah. But she's just there, mucking about anyway.
Barricade.
Yeah.
Because this barricades the
Done.
1 zombie.
Okay.
So that's.
So it evens out.
it
They
evens out.
don't go
This
there.
one, because there's 2 people,
Uh huh.
we need to
We
add
get the 1
more,
zombie.
We need 1 more zombie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's a person.
And then that's it. All right. So we got to barricade that 1 again, I think, if you're at the library.
Okay.
All right.
So I start now.
Check main objectives. We didn't quite get the zombie token. that
I'm
we
sorry.
need.
What are we trying to do for the main objective? I've forgotten.
We need to
Them
get.
too.
We need to get 12 of those.
What?
Accumulate 3 zombies on this main objective for each player that started the game. So
So 3
3
players.
times 3, 9. We need 9.
How do we get those?
When we kill a zombie, you roll the die. If it's 4 or
okay.
higher, you get one of these zombie
Okay.
tokens.
Do we need to move the round thingy down?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So now it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So you draw the crossroads card.
Oh, we didn't. We didn't roll. We got to roll
Yes.
our action die. You roll your action die. Make sure you.
Just tell me who you're using as you move.
Okay.
Okay, make sure you roll your action die though first.
Oh, sorry.
All 7 of your die.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Okay. Does anyone have frostbite right now?
Uh-huh.
No.
No.
Okay. But I should still do some healing, I think.
But
No,
if
I
you're,
don't have
only if you're at a
Yes, only if we're at the same location. Okay. I'm going to keep her in the colony because she's quite useful.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm at the colony.
you are?
James.
No, he's at the hospital.
Oh, that's right. I moved. That's right.
Yeah.
I risked it. Okay, nope. Never mind. That's right.
All right. Let's see. So by the end of this round, we do need to have 1 barricade at every location.
Yes.
So I'm going to use this to move Talia. Let's go to the school, I guess. She's not the grocery store, though, if you could move her.
Okay, Thor, do you still have Sophie Robinson in play?
No,
Sophie
she
Robinson
died a
a
long time
long time ago.
All right.
The first move of the game.
Okay. And I'll use another to construct a barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry.
At the school or at the grocery store? Oh.
At the school.
Okay,
There's one at the
very good.
grocery store already. We don't really need. Well, we could use food. What sorts of resources can be found at a school?
I think you could find food there, but this is
Oh, I didn't even see
I
that.
just
Oh,
noticed
okay.
that. So you can find food. There's books, tools, medicine, and people.
Okay. Well, she's in bad shape, so I don't know that I want. Do I have to roll for exposure now that I'm at the school?
Did you move?
Yes.
Yes, you have to.
Oh
move.
boy. Oh, this might not end well. Okay.
Yay!
All right. So I'm gonna use my last to bring her back to the colony. She's at the school.
Okay.
That's you, Thor.
Oh.
Sorry. So now she's there, and then I'll use Olivia to take one of these off of her.
nice.
Shrewd
Yes.
thinking.
Yes.
All right, and that's me done.
All right. I'm gonna medicate myself and remove one of those. All right. So I'm gonna put one barricade at the hospital. So Lee, could you put a barricade at the hospital? And I'm going to do a search, and I don't think I can make much more noise. I'll keep that.
Is there no way to get rid of those noise tokens?
Let's. I was looking at the end of the round.
Is it like a special ability?
Because
or?
if it adds up to 4, then a zombie appears.
Oh, all right. And
So
then
I
you
think-
clear it.
then you
Okay.
can clear it.
Okay. So really, we only need one more barricade at the police station.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying. Okay. To fulfill the whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This one. And
Yeah.
if we don't get it, then it's at the end of if there is not at least one, then we just lose one morale. So it's not.
Oh, that's not that bad.
We gained one in the round, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we might be starving again too soon, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So now, what are you doing, Thor? Oh, do I draw your card?
Oh, no.
No,
That's just the first person.
No, it's the
No,
first.
that's right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have. Started acting.
I'm
so.
sorry. Doesn't apply. Okay.
So I'm still at the hospital. I searched. I have a barricade. So I can move to the police station, roll for exposure.
But you won't be able to search or build a barricade.
You're correct.
Yeah. So maybe hang out at the hospital. You could search again?
Yes, I could search again. So I'm going to do that because got one barricade and I'd have to roll to get a 6 to attack a zombie. All right.
Okay. So Thor needs a.
Back and Thor. That's you draw for Lee.
Okay, so Lee's got a chance to. Loretta Clay. Who's Loretta Clay? Anyone got Loretta Clay?
No.
I don't.
All right, Loretta Clay then.
Okay. I can remove Forrest from the game, I'm supposing forever, at the beginning of my turn and raise morale by 1. And so, does that mean that's my first turn for the game? It doesn't
Yeah,
say it costs anything.
it doesn't cost an action
Okay.
point, so you can just kick him out, kick him to the curb.
He's just one more mouth
Mouth
to
to
feed,
feed.
and he's useless. And can I take his helpless survivor?
No, you don't get to take his helpless survivor,
Oh, man. Okay.
but
Well,
we get a bump of morale.
yes. So did we get that bump?
Yep.
6. Okay. So we're back where we started.
And you got to take one. Just remember that one of your died and has to get.
Moved.
Not yet, but when you start your next turn, you lost.
Oh, okay, I see.
You don't get as many die because remember you got 6 because you get one for each character plus
Right.
one extra one.
Well, still, he's just complicating things. Nobody likes him. So, okay. So I'm going to use 2. And I'm going to use Mike to, I've got fuel. But I don't have to move him. He's just going to attack.
All right.
Okay.
So
Get
he's
rid
killing-
of one of those zombies.
All right. Zombie down. You want to roll a die to.
Oh,
Dang it.
And he's a killing zombie man, but
I
we're not getting
know.
any tokens.
I know. Gosh.
I don't
No,
think
that's
you
not an
even
action point.
consumed it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not an action point.
Yeah.
You're just rolling a die to see if
Yeah.
we earn some zombie points.
Okay, well, it was the same thing. Okay, kill another zombie, Mike.
All right. Roll a die. See if we get a zombie token.
Okay, it's got to be a different die.
Yeah, pick a
Yeah.
blow on it. Come on, 4. Yes!
All right.
Mike is gonna win us the game.
Well,
what,
Mike's
one of
pretty
12?
handy.
Yeah, he's
Nine. We said
so
9.
we need
okay.
8
all
more,
right.
and we got.
I
Okay.
got 1.
What would be the most?
We definitely need to get a barricade at the police station, unless we want to lose morale.
Okay, I've got to move Mike there and do it?
You would, yes, but you have to roll for exposure unless you have a fuel. There you go. You can use your fuel.
Okay.
So Mike is going to police station.
And is there food?
There
or
is.
medicine?
You get a chance for weapon, gas, tools, food, or a person.
Do we need medicine?
I don't think we
I
need
don't think so.
medicine. I
Nobody's
think-
in critical condition, and I have my doctor lady to.
Okay.
So was that your? So you got to move that one that died for the action point that you just did to move him.
She already did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do need the barricade.
Now you can search or kill zombie or do a barricade. So that number
Okay,
one.
I
sitting-
came over there to put a barricade.
right there. And then yeah, you might want to use the one you rolled for that one.
Yeah,
The one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now I want Mike to kill that zombie.
Okay. Zombie's killed.
Okay. And
Roll a die. See if Mike can gets us another token. Mike might single-handedly win us the
Here.
game.
he is a ninja. He's supposed to be doing something good.
All right.
Yes.
Did he?
That's fine.
Okay. And then, have I used this yet?
Nope.
No.
Okay. So,
You can search if you.
I want to search.
Okay. So here's your cart.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, can I go ahead and give this to the community?
Sure.
Okay. Here, we got some food.
All right. So add a food.
Oh, you're paying it
Food
into there.
token.
I have that.
Okay. Okay.
And this has been met.
Okay.
Good.
So
do we get
we'll-
a bonus of any kind?
At the end, lose if there are 2 or more barricades at each location gained. So if there was
Nah,
2 or
okay.
more.
All right.
So no,
Nothing bad happens.
Okay, good.
but that's been done. All right. All right. So
So now we start the colony.
colony phase. All right. So
Okay.
first up for colony phase is pay food. Right. Remove 1 food token from the food supply for every 2 survivors in the colony. Round it up.
In the colony?
In the colony.
So we have 3 in the colony.
And 5 in the colony.
Five.
Oh, Okay, so we're getting rid of 1. There's some starvation happening.
Yep, so add another.
Lee, I think you have the starvation ones there.
Yeah.
Right there.
And we lose a morale.
Okay.
By 1 for each starvation token currently in the food supply. So is that currently or?
I guess.
Oh, we've lost 2 morale points.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now do the rounds go down, I guess.
And pay waste, check waste.
It's 3, I think.
Okay, so we're kind of good with waste. Resolve crisis.
We need to get a new crisis?
What was the crisis? Didn't we have a crisis? Well, we didn't do a crisis.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
we're just playing a game.
All right.
Forgive us. We forgot to do a crisis.
I think we got a little mixed up because that crossroads card rolled over. I think we assumed that was our crisis.
Okay, so we weren't trying to cheat, but we did resolve a crisis.
Yeah.
All right, so we will definitely do it this time. All right, we resolve, we win, we don't get any extra points or anything like that.
Okay.
Add zombies. We add a zombie for colony for every 2 survivors.
Still.
Yeah, every round. It gets,
So it's
see what
3?
happens. It gets,
So is it for every 2 survivors in the colony?
so there's 5 survivors in the colony, so that's 3 zombies we got to add going around. So we got to add 1 more zombie to entrance 6, add 1 at number 1. Add
But we
at number,
have a barrier at 6.
Yeah.
But we still have to add.
yeah, because once they start filling up, then we got to start using those barricades.
Those helpless survivors are real
Annoying.
liabilities.
That's what I was saying. Do you really want to?
But she got Mike.
She did
so-
get you did get Mike, and he is single-handedly killing zombies. So
Yeah.
Mike needs to probably return to the colony to take.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to take care of some. Well, I was sending him around.
Yeah, we have to get
Just
those
to-
barricades.
Yeah. So we're pretty clear over there at the gas station now.
Well, we also need to add zombies for the locations that there are people, right? So 1 at the police station, 1 at the library, and 1 at the hospital.
Man.
I think.
That's 3.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Overrun. I think you have to roll for a wound bite.
Okay. Here you go. That's frosty.
All right. In the rare case, so in the next one, in the rare case that the players have to add zombies, there are no more zombies. Then use the zombie tokens included in the game to add it. Okay.
Oh, okay. But she
So,
does have
but
to
I-
roll for exposure?
I'm trying to see what happens when they get overrun. So I don't think it happens yet, but
Oh, okay. How do we get the dog?
You have to draw him out
the
of
dog is a
characters.
character.
He is wonderful. His name is Sparky.
Sparky does cool stuff.
He
He's not. He
removes
doesn't got.
wounds.
Yeah, he does clean wounds. Search.
We have been playing for an
Should
hour
we-
and
should-
38 minutes.
Oh, okay. So let's stop. And should we have a conversation about this, or do you need to go like?
Yeah, I have time.
No, I'm good for like a 10, 15 minute
All right. So let's
Okay.
do. So let's stop. Let's record our introduction. I guess right.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a remix conversation. So I guess we can cut now to
Yeah.
talking about how we remix. So we played for about an hour and a half. We didn't finish the game.
No.
We got 3 rounds in. So
Yeah.
this game takes quite some time. How did you think? What do you think about?
Well, in fairness, the first round was at least like 45 minutes.
Because we were learning as we were
Yes.
going.
Yeah,
right?
if we had played the games a few times before, I think it would have been faster. But of course, if you're looking at using this with students, you probably don't have the privilege to
Right.
play it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm historically not a gamer. I teach people how to make games, but I don't play games necessarily. But I enjoyed this a lot. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the world that was created and the storyline that sort of emerged from what we were doing.
Right. So the narrative kind of, the dialogue in the narrative and the world building kind of added to the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, and I think the characters became very important. You know, we found that Mike was our soldier, basically. He was going out and killing the zombies. We kept the doctor there to heal everyone and kind of be the safe space. And then we had kind of our scouts. So I like the way that the character abilities kind of dictate the character that we build and the story that we build around them.
Through our discussion, the characters really became more fleshed out because, you know, we had Forrest Plum, the mall Santa. We let him stay for a while, but, you know, we needed some morale, so Forrest had to go. And so as we were talking about this, I think if we had not been talking about this as we played, these characters wouldn't have become so robust.
Yeah, it is definitely like a collaborative, I would say, obviously playing experience, but also kind of a story building and world building experience.
Right, because we have to collaborate to build the story, but also we have to collaborate in order to survive,
Yes.
which I think is important in a classroom because this models kind of a collaborative or cooperative grouping, right?
Yes.
This is models what students should be doing when they're working together in groups. Like each person needs to contribute to the group and not hitchhike. So in this game, if you just stand back and don't do anything, we'll die really quickly.
And there's definitely an element of like delegating tasks according to each ability. So like, again, we used Mike to clear out the zombies and we used other characters to like go build barricades because they didn't have special abilities, and it was the expectation, if not communicated, that like, hey, on your turn, take care of this and I'll take care of this.
Except for me, my main character
You
died.
had one.
My main character died the first action that I took, and her ability was really great. So had she survived, I think my two characters could have contributed. Although James did make it safely to a couple of locations to barricade.
I think the decisions, like for instance, I took 2 character cards and added 2 members.
Right.
You know,
I don't think we realized the gravity of that.
I don't think we
And I had
did
played
either.
this one extra time, and I was like, I know that this could come back to haunt us,
But on the other hand, we did get Mike.
Yes.
you got Mike, but you also got more actions to do.
I got more die, and so it was like, you know, that's a trade-off. And to have students discuss that, I mean, I see a lot of application, of course, for literature, but also for economics.
Economics, because then you're calculating opportunity cost. What is the opportunity cost versus not taking these characters versus what I didn't. I think if we were to apply the mathematics, I think you made the right choice.
And even just probability. There were situations where like we could re-roll, but what's the likelihood we're going to get a 5 or a 6 or whatever
So
we need?
when we all had to like, let's roll now because we have a 33% chance of getting wounded every time we move, which will add up really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Any other thoughts around how we ideas of how we could remix this game? So either remix the narrative, remix the mechanics, remix the board, or crisis, or for scenarios maybe in a more educational setting.
I think you would definitely have to reduce the number of rounds, which like I don't know how it works with the cards and the setup, but if you started on say 3 rounds, that might be a little more doable in 1 or 2 class sessions, as opposed to I think we started on 6.
And we made it halfway through, and it was an hour and 40 minutes later. So I agree. Maybe it almost would work if you could do like 2 rounds. Revise or rewrite a scenario around this is what you need to do after 2 rounds. I think that could be doable, and you could rewrite the narrative to kind of support that.
I think that would be fun to have students, and it could be, again, math, economics, anything, science, to have students write the scenario
Yeah.
and decide which characters will play and how many zombies and what the rules are.
Yeah. And they can even build in mechanics to help with that, like decrease the round counter if you didn't fulfill the
Exactly.
crisis, you know, so
Yeah.
you have less time
Yeah.
to fulfill the main objective, which not only engages them in rewriting it, but they're solving a problem that we've identified within the game that it's long.
Yeah, like a humanistic sort of aspect, so that you've got these helpless survivors here, and so what good are they? So the students could even create a scenario in that if one of the characters used a turn to come and sit with the helpless
Okay.
survivors, a morale point goes
Yeah.
up.
Or even you can
Okay.
gain a character, you know, through
Yeah.
certain actions. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a
So
lot of
letting
Yeah,
the
the more,
students-
so if you wanted to more kind of humanistic point, the more
Yeah.
survivors you collect, the less zombies appear. So maybe
Sure.
rather than adding a zombie per round
Right.
and making it really dire, you could actually flip it. And like the more people you come and help survive, you start you can kill zombies without
a
having
lot
to
faster.
attack.
Yeah. So I think there are so many ways to remix this.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're done.
I would just say thank you both for allowing me to come and play with you
Sure.
today.
Yeah,
Thank you
it
for
was
playing. This is the thing is like I have all these games in my house, but no one to play. I have a 6-year-old and my wife, and just playing one of these just with one person is kind of difficult.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, I mean we played the Harry Potter deck building game,
Yeah.
which works with 2 people, but it actually gets easier to get to the harder parts if there's more than 2 people because. In that game, Voldemort is a very big troublemaker.
Oh,
Well, I also have Harry Potter Clue if we want to do a Harry Potter theme.
So
I
should
love that.
we do a Harry Potter series? Maybe do next time we'll explore Harry Potter Clue, a
yeah.
Harry Potter deck building game.
I have Harry Potter Uno.
I really have to come back for that. So,
The one.
yes.
So here's the thing with the Harry Potter deck building game: it's completely cooperative.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
So there's no. This one was semi-cooperative. So we all had secret missions that if we made the objective right and all these other conditions, I would win the game and they would lose the game.
Right.
The Harry Potter game, which is interesting, is we work together to heal, to attack, to fight, to kill the monsters, and it's a team effort. Otherwise, we'll all go down with the ship. So
Yes.
it's not semi-cooperative as this.
Right.
It's a full-on cooperative game, which is, I think, for educational purposes, is where we as teachers might want to start exploring semi-cooperative but also cooperative games. So.
That I will say, not to keep going on, but that is something that caused a wrinkle. So I did have that betrayer card. We didn't reach. We didn't reach the end of the game. I don't know if I had
You
the
have-
savviness.
You did that on
or-
purpose.
I
Yeah,
didn't do
poker
anything on
face.
purpose. I promise. I forgot a few times that I had it, but that is something that I would worry about in using it in education. That like one person can sabotage the entire experience, which is maybe
And
not the
the
best
one-
problem-solving skill.
But yet, I mean, if you're getting ready for group work,
That's true. One
I mean,
person
if
does
you're trying to
sabotage.
get a team together, it could
Yeah.
be that. And then how does this enhance?
It could
Right.
be one where you can have a conversation around, see what happens when one person is trying to,
Right.
is doing behaviors that are not getting
Helpful.
the mission
Productive.
fulfilled.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what happens. You all fail together. However,
Right.
at the 4 Cs, I think we were giving the option to not have the betrayer. And as teachers, we're all, we don't want to do the betrayer
Right.
one right now because I
Right.
think we want to kind of do team building. But it
Yeah.
could be something that you could add in. And it could be something, a mechanic, not the game, a mechanic that you could add into your regular cooperative collaborative grouping is, all right, one person's going to be the, maybe
The wild card.
the wild
Yes,
card.
yes.
The wild card to this group, and it might, I don't know.
Yeah, well, just look at the metaphor. I mean, look at how this actually works in your class. So, should we warn people about the? There are some aspects of this
Right.
game that are for adults, but we want to just look through the cards and make sure that this is safe before you use
Right,
it.
and some of the cards have the warning symbols. Like, so if there's a scenario that's too graphic or
Okay.
dangerous or involves drinking alcohol,
Adult acts.
those
Yeah.
you can teacher proof those cards and just remove them from the game. Or in a remixing application, you can just write your own cards,
Right.
Which I think is kind of the point of this is
Yes.
play the game, but then start thinking about actually keeping maybe some of the kind of the mechanics and kind of the cooperativeness, but remixing kind of what's the crisis. So you can actually make it a classroom crisis. So you can almost remix the narrative as well by the crisis is a classroom community crisis, and we need to come together to solve the crisis after 2 rounds. And it could be scenarios that are in the school or classroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you're doing like social emotional kind of learning objectives, this might be
Yes.
something that could
Really
contribute
help.
to conversations for young people to kind of talk about bullying or other kind of issues that come up in the classroom. So we could remix, so there couldn't be no zombies, but the zombies could represent or be a metaphor for something else. So that could be an idea too.
Yeah.
I've never played a game like this before. It was very complicated, but I learned it.
I think by the
this
first round
afternoon.
we kind of got
Yeah.
the hang of it. Yeah.
Yes.
We forgot a few things along the way, but
We forgot to do a crisis one round.
Yeah.
But we were so focused on one other thing that
Yeah.
we forgot that we did.
that is one thing I will say. There's a lot going on. Like I almost felt that we needed like a dungeon master
We
to
had
keep
one.
track of. He
But-
was also playing, you
Yeah.
know, so
So
balancing those
That
responsibilities.
could be another
Yeah.
thing. Yes, when I played it the first time, we had one person that was kind of just not
Overseeing.
playing,
Right. Yeah.
overseeing. That could probably may make it easier, at least for the first few rounds. Kind of like the lifeguard just overseeing
Yeah.
the swimmers, and then after the swimmers become experts, then the lifeguard can start jumping in. I guess
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Which can
playing.
be the role of the teacher, or even just, you know, working out group leader dynamics, like
Right.
who's best to do that, who's best to, you know, dole out responsibilities without being overbearing.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I quite enjoyed this game.
Yeah.
That's
I
why I
did
chose it
too.
for the first one.
Yeah.
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 So we're gonna come back and continue to see our series, Teachers Play Games, and we will probably do some Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah.